This is video number 3 in our series of discussion about chiropractic. The last video we discussed x-rays and the spine and scans. Today we're going to talk about probably and arguably the most important topic in chiropractic, and that is the chiropractic subluxation. Chiropractic subluxation is arguably the most important topic in chiropractic, and I say chiropractic subluxation because there are other definitions of subluxation. And so the chiropractic subluxation is this: your spine is movable. Every bone in the spine moves on its own independently of one another. And when that stops happening, when the bones no longer move independently, they get stuck in maybe a rotational or a lateral movement. And when it gets stuck, it starts to create a bunch of trouble for the nerves, for the joints, the discs. Everything in the spine starts to have trouble. And we call it dis-ease in the spine and nervous system when this subluxation occurs. Chiropractic is the only thing that can remove subluxation from the spine. So think of this: the spine rotates, okay? Now, I'm gonna lay this guy here down. The chiropractic adjustment is designed to just gently move that bone back into that normal neutral position. Now, the body is going to go back to its old habits, and that's where repetitive chiropractic adjusting comes into play. We go from a rotational and we push it back, and then you go home and you sit down and you do the same things. And I want to kind of go over this real quick. We sleep in soft beds. We get out of bed in the morning. We go and do our thing. We go to work. We sit down. We get up. We come home. We sit on the couch, watch TV. We better wake up a little bit. We'll put the head towards the TV. And then we go back to bed. So posture and doing these everyday things is what causes that subluxation to go back to the way that it was before the adjustment ever started. And so that's where repetitive chiropractic, that's where the recommendation of 2 or maybe 3 times a week comes into play. So we know that your body goes back to its old habits. That comes from the scans and the x-rays. You're stuck in a pattern. We need to break the pattern. So chiropractic is a great way to break the subluxation pattern. The adjustment itself, there are many different ways to deliver an adjustment. There are over 100 techniques in chiropractic. I specifically use a couple of techniques. Diversified adjusting, that's the manual moving. I use my hands and I move the spine. I have instrument assisted techniques that are designed for tonal purposes, so we check the tone of the spinal cord. And you may get a variation of all of these things that I do. I'm gonna check the spine and nervous system for those areas of stress. I'm gonna come in with my hands in different positions, and it's gonna be a quick force to the spine to move those bones. It's that simple. It's the effect of the adjustment that has such an impact on the nervous system. And so what you can expect to feel. You've likely been adjusted by me by now. This is day number 3. You were probably adjusted on day number 2. And so the adjustment is a popping sound. We call that a cavitation. We don't call it cracking your back. We call it adjusting the spine or nervous system. And so we're going to adjust the bone, the spine, and make a correction that has an impact. Now when it pops, it cavitates, that's air and fluid coming together to make that cracking sound. But the cavitation is what makes the joint move. Movement of the joint immediately causes the pain to subside or briefly subside. The analogy there is it's like hitting your thumb with a hammer and you shake it out. It's the same analogy. You have pain over this area, we adjust it, movement causes that pain to be kind of overshadowed by movement. And so we're going to cause that adjustment, make that cracking sound or a cavitation. You may feel, it might be a sharp sensation, it might be a quick pop, it could just feel really good. Everybody's response to chiropractic is different. I can't state that enough. What you can expect after the adjustment, I always will tell people to drink a lot of water, put some heat on the area affected, and that will help some of the discomfort that may happen after the adjustment, but that is totally normal. Some of our patients they have a headache afterwards. It just really depends on the person. There are very few, if any, negative side effects to adjusting, but they do happen, and so don't be surprised and don't be caught off guard by, you know, hey, maybe this pain's now on the right side and it was on the left side. That can be totally normal. However, if you do have something that's, you know, alarming to you, you always will call us. You have the ability to call us at any time and reach somebody at the office. So we are here for you. The adjusting is for you to heal. So keep that in mind when we're moving forward with the adjusting. If you have any questions at any time about your care, about the adjusting, about the side effects, about what you're feeling during or after the adjusting, please don't hesitate to ask us.